Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to what I think is the 33rd edition of the IRFA Best Practices Industry Awards. And we brought to you digitally today, through no fault of our own, but I'm sure you do understand the circumstances and you will forgive that. But I do hope that that doesn't detract from the fact that this is a glorious event. It's a wonderful celebration. And you, the recipients of the awards, are so very important. And we do hope that we are going to make you feel important today, that you are going to be acknowledged for what you have done and for your achievements. You know, the IRFA has been doing this for many years, and we do often get asked, why do we continue presenting these awards? The IRFA is the only institution in Southern Africa that still presents industry awards in the retirement fund space. And I think it's very important to understand that we need to continue this tradition, because we want to instill that fervor into you. Many of us involved in these awards have received awards of our own in the past years in various guises with various institutions or perhaps overseas associations. And we know the excitement of actually getting that email, receiving that award on the stage, receiving a phone call or seeing your name in the newspaper. But I think it's important to remember that that initial excitement is not all that these awards are about. These awards will stay with you for the rest of your life. There will be something on your CV, there will be something on your wall. They will imbue your organization with credibility beyond anything that an advert in a newspaper or a magazine could ever hope to gain. And I think when we think of credibility, we are not speaking of the marketing advantages of being known out there. I think as pension funds, as retirement funds, our members and our pensioners need to have trust in us. And when they hear that their pension fund has received an award, whether it be for governance or stakeholder engagement or whatever, it tells them that the management of that fund are doing something extra. They're not just doing what they have to do, they're adding that cherry on the top. And today, that's what we want to reward. Each and every one of you receiving an award today has added that cherry on the top. You had to score more than 75% in a very rigorous judging process. And each of you were judged by at least two people, sometimes a third where there wasn't concurrence in your marks. So your marks are just and fair, and you have earned them. And I want to congratulate you on that achievement, and I want to thank you for your effort in presenting your entries to be judged. And for those of you who might not have made the cut this year, I want to tell you that some of you were extremely close. And if you take into account the judges' comments that you will be receiving, well, next year you might be a recipient of an award too. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want you to be excited for the winners, be excited for yourself if you've received an award, and take with these awards the IRFA's heartiest congratulations and my personal feelings of gratitude to you for your participation. We are always grateful to you for keeping these awards alive, and it keeps us alive. No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. So make that difference and keep making it. Thank you so much. And I'll hand you over now to our moderator, Stephanie Griffiths. Enjoy the ceremony.
Good afternoon from a somewhat chilly Johannesburg. My name is Stephanie Griffiths, and it is my privilege to serve as the moderator of your Best Practices Industry Awards program. This year, despite us seeing unprecedented times, both the quality and the quantity of the entries we have received have been spectacular. Thank you all for your participation. Without further ado, allow me to thank our judges from north of the borders, Professor Gloria Walker from London, Angela Akenda from Kenya, and Agatha Tseju from Botswana. Allow me to thank also our South African judges, Amanda Koza, Tanya van Lille, Yvette van Reenen-Linford, Festus Masakwameng, Chris Brits, Karen Quinlan. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure and a privilege to work with all of you in evaluating some of the industry's best practices. Congratulations to our winners and enjoy the ceremony.
Our first category of the afternoon is governance. And the runner-up, or the bronze award, goes to KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds for their entry named Governance During Unprecedented Times. There were only 2 entries receiving awards in this category, and the winner of Best in Class is the National Fund for Municipal Workers, with their entry entitled Sailing Through Uncharted Waters. Congratulations and thank you.
As well as our attendees tonight, we're giving some feedback amidst some very disturbing times in our country, as well as this very chilly winter night. I hope everyone is safe and has been keeping well. And as you know, the work as we know it has to continue, and hence we're here to give some feedback and also to acknowledge the entries that we saw this year with lots of improvements, especially in terms of complying with the rules and the requirements of the award show. However, a few still seem to play rather safe in terms of innovation or pushing the envelope, but completely understood if maybe adjusting to this times take a little used to. Let's not miss the opportunity that during crisis is really the best times to be innovative, to try something different, something that can work. That said, the great work will always stand out, and indeed it did this time around as well. Congratulations to all the award winners across the categories. Your hard work is acknowledged and never goes unnoticed. Same with those who made finalists as well. Let's keep at it. Do not be discouraged. But congratulations all around for improving the quality and standard of engagement with our stakeholders throughout the entire industry. And congratulations to the organizers as well. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening and the rest of
Our second category this afternoon is transformation. Although we did have entries in this category, unfortunately there were no awards granted this year, but best of luck for next year. Thank you.
Hello everyone. For me, this was an honor to be a judge in this competition. This was the first year that I was asked to assist, and all I can say is wow. Clearly, all the funds that I've seen, the entries that I've seen, you are absolutely amazing. You are an example to all the other retirement funds out there. The strategies you've put in place in the various categories, the plans, the actions taken show clear thought and passion for your members and assisting them in the ways that you thought best to help them reach their retirement goals. I saw a member focus, and I saw action plans and strategies that were well thought through and truly serve as an example for all other funds out there. I just want to thank each and every fund that participated for the effort that you take to assist your members and the time that you took to display how you are doing this. Once again, you are an example for all retirement funds out there. This was an interesting process, a first for me, and all I could say was, wow, all the entries were amazing, and you are all winners in my book.
The Trustee Development category yielded 2 winners this year. The Bronze Award was awarded to the KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds for their entry entitled NJMPF Trustee Evolution. Congratulations. The Best in Class goes to the SABC Pension Fund for their entry entitled Growing Maturity. Congratulations to you both.
Hi, this is Gloria Walker in London. I was very pleased to be a judge again this year for the awards program. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone who submitted an entry on the outstanding work that you are doing to engage with your members and stakeholders, as well as listen to their concerns. I also want to congratulate the winners. You demonstrated a real commitment to your fund and to achieving the best practices that you can. But entering is not the only benefit. It's important to listen and regard the feedback from the judges so that you can improve your entries as well as your practice for the coming years. Congratulations to everyone who entered, and my particular congratulations to the winners. You did a great job. I look forward to seeing your entries again next year. Bye.
Always our most popular category is stakeholder engagement. You might recall this started out once upon a time as the Communication Award and has a long history with the Institute of Retirement Funds Africa. It is our most popular category, and we'll start with the runners-up. The first runner-up is Mercedes-Benz SA Pension and DC Provident Funds in conjunction with Insight Education for their entry Making Members' Lives Simpler. Congratulations. The next award is to the National Fund for Municipal Workers for their entry entitled Keeping Members Informed. This is followed by an award to the Mine Workers Provident Fund for their entry entitled Gold. Congratulations to KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds for their entry entitled Committed to Sustainability. The SABC Pension Fund takes the next award with their entry entitled The 6-Year Itch. KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds takes the next award with their entry entitled Staying Connected to Members in a Time of Social Distancing. Congratulations. Beacon of Light is the title of the entry, which wins ISOSA Pension Scheme and Provident Fund in conjunction with Retirement Wise the next award. Well done. The Transport Sector Retirement Fund, in conjunction with Retirement Wise, takes the next award for their entry entitled Communication on the Move. The final runner-up is the Sanlam Umbrella Fund, with their entry entitled Establishment and Rollout of an Integrated Multi-Channel Counselling Framework. Finally, the winner of the Best in Class Award for Stakeholder Engagement is the SABC Pension Fund, with their entry entitled Endemic Pandemic. Congratulations to all the winners.
The Best Practice Industry Awards are prefaced by introducing them as a platform to share industry best practices for the benefit of members of retirement funds, trustees, and management boards. They are the platform for those that enable the funds to function efficiently, effectively, and optimally. The South African retirement fund industry ranks among the 15 largest retirement fund industries internationally, with some 8 million members, which is the reason why National Treasury's Retirement Fund Reform promotes the regulation of standards relating to a minimum qualification and expertise needed to be appointed as a trustee. This emphasis has been on the role of trustees in good governance. However, these awards have been also reflective on how it all comes together, essentially what happens in the back office to support the trustees. Being a judge this year has been insightful and a pleasure. After all, how do you judge a year's work from a plan and a sample of that work plan? It is a daunting task and a heavy responsibility. However, the evaluation guide set out a good basis to refer to, showing research depth in how to assess and benchmark practices. Drawing upon best practice case studies, it is argued that the principles of good governance can be summarized by firstly organizational coherence, an institution's clarity of mission and its capacities. Secondly, its people, who is involved in the back office management process, their skills and responsibilities. And thirdly, the process, how fund planning is managed and implemented. My key highlight was the high quality of submissions. The winning entrants had organized document maintenance, which probably enabled easy access and compliance, as well as participation in the awards. Their strategies were clearly communicated, and the effective use of multiple platforms targeted to various member audiences were also well thought out, articulated, and implemented. Most importantly, the plans were properly tested and tweaked to ensure relevance and effective implementation. A key takeaway is putting in place good, consistently applied mechanisms for self-assessment, setting up and articulating your fund's plans, then monitoring and evaluating your own practices against those plans to hold yourselves accountable. Accountability is a dying practice that needs to be revived in governance. Funds are not only left to the movement of the markets and the decisions of its trustees. A well-run fund holds all its stakeholders accountable, and the glue that holds it together is the back office. They are the untold heroes that don't hold the press conferences and the presentations. Leadership of the funds that do well and are well run have a strong back office, what I call the backbone of the fund. It is in the operations of the fund that the benchmarks for best practice are set, and it is my hope that the awards are reflective of work that has been done, but also set out the tone of the work that still needs to be done as we hold the critical position of managing the money of millions of South Africans. That these awards have the markings of African relevance with global best practice. Well done to all the entrants as well as to the winners. May we all learn something today that makes our funds better for the industry and, most importantly, for our members.
Investments are an important part of every provident or retirement fund, and the investment practices category has 3 winners. The first runner-up is the National Fund for Municipal Workers, for their entry entitled Positively Impacting the Lives of Our Members, Their Families and Communities for Today and Tomorrow. The next winner is the Mine Workers Provident Fund, for their entry entitled Gold and One. And finally, the best in class in the investment practices category is the KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds. Their entry is named Not for Profits, but for our members. Congratulations to you all.
Hello everyone, Tanya Fundel from SAFCA, and this was my third year judging the IRFA Best Practices Industry Awards. I'm always honored to be asked to judge the awards, and each year pleasantly surprised by the quality of the entries and the phenomenal work that's being done in the industry to do a few things such as educate trustees, communicate with pension fund members, and the changing investment strategies to not only contribute to the financial well-being of pension fund members now, but also taking into consideration the environment that pension fund members will be retiring into. To all those that have entered, well done. Just entering is already a measure of success given the robustness of the process. From entry to the level of supporting information that is required, to the professional judging process and the system that is used. And the ones that received the top accolades today, congratulations for doing more than what is expected and for setting the trends for others to follow. As Doug Hall said, don't make excuses, make things happen, make changes, and then make history. Once again, congratulations.
In the Financial Management and Reporting category, we only have one winner today, and it's the best in class, which goes to the KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds. Their entry is entitled Speaking Finance is Power. Well done and congratulations.
Greetings, IRFA team and IRFA members. My name is Chris Britz. I'm CEO of EBNet and Pensions World SA Magazine. And it's been my privilege to this year, again, be one of the judges on the IRF Best Practices Awards panel. And I must say, I'm encouraged by the level of participation that I'm seeing, the quality of the submissions, and the detail into which these different funds go to kind of further and improve outcomes for members. So, there's a lot of time that they spend on governance issues, on best practice, on, investments, on all those important topics. And I see the standard improving from year to year. And I'd like to encourage, some of the funds that aren't participating in the awards as of yet to seriously consider doing so and come on board, get involved. There may be something that you guys are doing that others aren't doing, and you can lead by example. And at the end of the day, it's all about improving outcomes for people. So to the winners of this year's awards, absolute congratulations, very well deserved. It's been a high standard. You guys have really performed exceptionally well. And to those that didn't maybe win this year, you are also winners. And by default, your members are the greatest winners of all, because your participation and aim to improve things have made life and better for them and changed their outcomes immensely. So really well done to everybody that participated, and let's continue to try and change the outcomes for our members. Thank you.
And now for the category we've all been waiting for, the Gold Standard category. The winner of this category receives a beautiful trophy, and this is our Creme de la Creme award. We have two runners-up in this category and a winner of the trophy. The winner shows excellence in all categories judged. Our first runner-up, congratulations to the University of Johannesburg for their entry Preparing for the Post-COVID Life. Well done. Our second runner-up is the Transport Sector Retirement Funds for their entry Moving Our Stakeholders to an Inclusive Economy. And finally, our best in class, the winner of our gold trophy this afternoon, the KwaZulu-Natal Joint Municipal Pension and Provident Funds for their entry Excelling in Uncharted Waters. Congratulations and well done.
Hi everybody, my name is Agatha Sidre. I've had the honor and privilege to be one of your judges for this year's Best Practice IRFA Awards. And I must say, having judged these awards before several years back and compared to now, I see a great deal of improvement, which I'm delighted with, because progress in our industry as communicators is critical in terms of applying new best practices, becoming innovative in how we approach our communication. And it was particularly interesting because of the current COVID-19 challenges that we're experiencing to see how people would apply themselves. We've been so used to traditional communication mediums in terms of reaching our audiences that one would have wondered, how are we going to do it better this time round, given that we have to survive within a very difficult period. And I must say, the innovativeness that was demonstrated in the entries in terms of the utilization of the digital platforms and the digital mediums, keeping audiences engaged, was great. So in essence, the highs of most of the entries that I looked at come really from the strategy formulation. There's a great and strong sense of command and knowledge in that area in terms of how our participant fared this year. And, outlining your objectives, defining your desired roadmap in terms of your communication plan. Execution was brilliant. And I would say, perhaps if I were to highlight some lows in these entries, really measurement and the financial demonstration of efficient use of resources, measurement in terms of linkages of your results and the outcomes back to the objectives. That is where really quite a number of the entrants were not able to really demonstrate a lot of strength. It's very important. Yes, you can follow the comms process, brilliant execution, but we need to always be able to measure impact and link back our efforts to what we originally intended. And if anything, that is where we need to look at in terms of improving ourselves going forward. And of course, budgeting, demonstration of resources, very little of evidence in that area in some areas. But overall, the execution, the innovativeness, it was brilliant. And congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone, even those who didn't win, because really your entries have added to the great wealth of knowledge that will actually inform future efforts in this area. And I must say, it's been a pleasure, it's been an honor. I wish everyone the best and good luck for the event. Bye.
Well, everyone, we've come to the end of the proceedings for today. I hope it was as exciting for you as it was for us. I hope that those of you who didn't quite make an award this year are going to keep trying, and I hope that we see your entries next year. We look forward to judging them, and together we can all rewrite the stars. So keep aiming high. Thank you so very, very much. Goodbye.